Well, we've all made it to Tuesday. Yeah, let's see if we can do something with the front end. Don't need to tell you how many times I've talked about doing this front end. We're finally going to get there, hopefully. So yeah, we're going to try and crack on with that. Spent the day up near Chelmsford today because I don't know if anyone else saw it, but the RAF 100 did a massive fly past. I tried to catch it before we went into London. I did see it, could have been just a bit closer, but it's still pretty impressive even from a distance. A lot of planes coming over, so if anyone in the UK saw that, great, knows what I'm talking about. If not, you don't, so just ignore it. So anyway, let's get some gloves on and crack on with the front end. Just thanks for everyone, all their comments yesterday about what to do. Hasn't made me any clearer. I think any option is going to be fine with everybody and me. So yeah, we'll just figure out what option we're going to go with it at some other point when we get even closer to it and have to just make a really quick decision. Okay, just checked one of the other minis, so we found out that basically this fold comes all the way down, so it forms a gutter, which makes sense anyway. So yeah, we're going to need to do that. So I think the best bet, I think, is we get an extra bit of metal, we get some tacks on it, then we can weld it from the other side and make a much neater job instead of just welding in there, but not that it'll be seen. It'll be easier to weld. Get some tacks on it so it at least matches the curvature of that. Do the same the other side, take it off, take the front end off, weld it all up, and then basically what we can do is then, once we've got this in the right position, we can then fold over this edge to make the rain gutter to the gutter rail. So I think what we need to do is try and get it bolted up, get the front end bolted up and clamped on, so we can get a nice perfect join of where we think it's going to go and everything. So let's get that done first. Okay, got the front end nearly bolted on, just need to tighten it up. But I think if you remember as well, remember this side was a bit high originally, and obviously it helped when I put the actual solid top engine subframe mounts in, which I was missing, which has helped, which dropped the subframe down. To be honest, it still could go down a bit more. This side looks pretty good. I think it would really pull up if we really tried. I know it's drastic, but what I'm thinking of doing is cutting a slit, because I definitely know that this he had a front end fitted, fiberglass front end fitted in the 70s because he had a prang. So what I think's happened is this inner wing's bent in slightly because it's a bit creased down here than it normally is. So I could try stretching it, but my skills aren't that brilliant. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing a slice down here, just so it allows it to bend a little bit more. And then we shouldn't really be left with much gap, which we can either just fill with a weld or just make a tiny little sliver. That's my plan. If it's the wrong plan, it's too late, you guys, because I'll already have done it. Let me get myself another disc cutter. The other one blew up. No, it didn't blow up. It's the lock switch. You know, where you lock it to undo it. All fell to bits. I can't wait to repair it. It was the cheapest make out there, so I spent an extra £5 and gone for the Titan make. We shall see how long this one lasts. But must get myself sponsored one day by a tool firm. So yeah. Alright, I'm going with the slit option. Ready for the dislikes. Oh, it takes so long to try and get this on and off, on and off. So I cut a little slit. It's just giving it a bit of flex. It's opened up by just another millimetre down the bottom there, but it just puts less stress, although on all these panels, but all these panels are sort of stressed anyway when you pop them on. They really are sort of force them all on, get all the welds on, and they're like under tension before they all spring apart later on. So yeah, that's good, that's good. A panel's looking good-ish, you know, I can clamp them on. So basically what I just need to do now is finish up these, as I said, these inner wing gutters after spending an hour or so trying to fiddle with the panel. But I think that will do. So we get that bit done, get them off, finish welding them, then I think we're quite close to putting the front end on for the final time. Yeah, so let's go on and do that. So let's stop waffling. Okay, running out of clamps. I think I've left some down at the base car. It's a slightly oversized clamp for what we're doing, but that's life, isn't it? One of Matthew's unprofessional hints. I've got to just put a little slither of a little piece of metal in. I'll cut it and then I put a like overcut it and then have a little bend on it so I can hold on to it, tack weld it, and then you can cut this bit off afterwards that you don't need. Just makes it a bit easier sometimes if you haven't even got the right tools. It's nice if you've got the right tools, or you've got an inner wing that doesn't need making any longer. But there you go, that's what it is sometimes.